Today we're gonna just jump right into it. We're gonna install Cliff D. Pratt. He's on Instagram. If you guys don't follow him, head over to his page, Cliff D. Pratt. He basically puts together these shift linkages. I'm not sure what kind of grade aluminum or metal he uses. I want to say it's like T60, 61, I'm not sure. But check it out on his page. I'm sure he'll tell you. He responds really fast. He'll ship the stuff out to you the very next day. You could put on different washers, different colors, and I know he was using different colors on the actual linkage, but I think the powder coating process was just not all that 100% great, according to like what I heard. Dyna demos, if you go over to their page and check them out, they had a review on that it started flaking as soon as they put it on. So, I mean, that being said, I went with the gloss black. I mean, my goal eventually is to throw on something else like an alloy art shift linkage here and then just keep these washers anyways, or maybe Centauro Fabric. Go over to those pages and check them out too. They got some good stuff out there. These are called like, I don't know, some people call them rainbow color. Flow Motorsports, they call them jet fuel. Those are the pegs that I'm running right now, and I got the toe shifter on there just the other day as well. This stuff is like, you can just pop these out. It's just, I mean, eventually I'm going to probably replace these. These are Allen key right now. I'm probably just going to replace them out to a Torx or a ARP bolt. These rotate. If you guys don't know how this works, both ends have adjustability. You just counterclockwise and clockwise to rotate them, and basically the idea is to extend this to match the existing one. So what we'll do first is we'll go over to the bike and we'll take off the stock one, and once we take off the stock one, we'll place it into this one and line it up to get our measurement, and then we're going to tighten both ends equally, however you deem fit. I like to go equally because once you start threading them out, I'm not sure what grade bolts these are, but they look kind of thin. I mean, here, I'll open one up just so you can personally see it. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. Of course, I've looked at it when the part arrived, which was like a couple months ago now. I'm finally getting around to installing all these parts. These gloves brought to you by Thrash and Supply. They did not pay me or sponsor me in any way, shape, or form. I just want to throw it out there. I'm a big fan of Thrash and Supply. Their merchandise is awesome. Let's go over to the bike. Let's throw this on, and let's see how it turns out. All right, guys, what you're looking at right now is the shift linkage. This piece right here, I do apologize for the lack of lighting. I do have the door open and a light on back there. I do have the exposure set up to the highest setting, so just bear with it. So right now, what you're seeing is in my hand is the aftermarket Cliff D. Pratt shift linkage. Whoops, shift linkage. Yeah, you don't want to hit your bike parts, probably gonna scratch them, but doesn't matter. Anyways, so using the shift linkage, we're gonna see a blacked out look. The washers are still sitting on the desk back there at the workbench. Now, to do this, at least what I saw on other videos and what I even saw in Dyna demos, they put the bike in first gear. I've already done that. The aftermarket one from Cliff D. Pratt does use a 13, so we know we're good there. But I'm gonna go ahead and set aside the 13, and let's go get the tool for the job. Now I'm at a 10 on my box wrench. And it will move forward on you a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that, probably not. I'm gonna actually back up the camera because I do want to illustrate this to you, because I do want you guys to know it is normal. As you can see, my shift linkage, my toe shifter is down here. When you go to loosen this thing up, it's gonna move forward on you. So don't worry about that. It's completely normal. All right, let's get her back in there. And we're just gonna jump into a time lapse. So there you go. Once again, you can see this first part, and then the back one won't move. The first one will though, because that's just the toe shifter. It's up to you where you want to keep it, how high you want to keep it up, how low you want to keep it up. What we want to do right now is just get our measurement right. That's the first step. So go ahead and line up your bearings and basically attain your measurement. And all I'm going to do simply for that is put the old one right over the new one If it doesn't fit, which right now it doesn't, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna adjust. Like I said, I like to do both ends because I don't wanna improperly adjust them. So first, to get the true measurement and placing, I close them both up very loosely. That way they're at true center, so to speak. And at least keep one end threaded through at all times so you don't lose that. And then slowly start backing it off. So I'll go one full turn, and then I'll go one full turn on this end. And if you don't know what one full turn is, well, line them up exactly how much you're turning. Remember, the goal right now is to just get the stock shift linkage to line up with the aftermarket one. So once you have a true fit and connection and you're happy with the spacing, go ahead and tighten it back down a little bit. So you don't want to snug it down too tight right now, because right now you're gonna have to still adjust it once this entire piece gets in there. So what you want to do is start with the back. Make sure you don't lose your screws. I'm not putting it on, I'm just mocking it up right now. I'm just checking it out where I want it. And so have your Allen key on standby. Get your Loctite out. Just by trying to adjust the jam nut on here and whatnot, it's already been a challenge. And just to show you guys, I don't know if you can see it, but there's quite a significant amount of metal chips already on this stuff. The powder coating process, yeah, definitely needs some work, Cliff DePratt. So pulling forward on it, you can get the Allen key still in there. I got the back end done. I'm gonna put the front end in. Just push forward on the shifter. Get the back. Now we're just making it a little bit more snug, front to back. What's gonna follow next is adjusting the actual nuts, the jam nuts. So now I'm really starting to torque down on it. Just going hand tight. Again, I don't know what the torque settings are. Just going until I can't no more. Physical strength. The whole piece should become rigid, and in the middle you should have a little bit of play. And that's it, folks. Just like that, we're done. All right, so here she is. Gutter on. Minimal scratching involved. Right now, I'm just making sure that all the pieces are in. I can feel the bolts back there, so I know I went through. This is it.